So many creators let not having any experience stop them from making a media kit. And this to me, y'all, is just a big no-no. Remember, as a creator, you are a personal brand and you're building your brand from the ground up. And not having a media kit is basically like not having a resume and then applying for work. You need the resume, right? If you're going out and trying to get business, you need a resume. And the same thing is for creators and influencers. Now, notice how I don't say a following size, because I've had creators come to me with literally 200,000 followers and be like, I haven't worked with a brand. To which I'm like, that's a whole other story. And then I've had creators who are just starting, right? Which makes sense. And they have very small followings and they haven't worked with brands. And then I have creators who have gone viral and gotten a lot of followers really fast. And then they're like, now what? Like, how do I put this document together if I don't have experience? Now, that is what I'm going to cover in today's video. If you don't have experience, do not worry. Don't stress. We're going to still build this document out so that you have something when a brand reaches out to you or when you are ready to start outreaching brands. Now, if you do want to start outreaching brands and you're new to this channel, I just want to quickly mention I have brand side experience. I am the one paying creators, paying influencers at all levels for content, for influence. So my media kit experience is giving you brand side perspective. Also, our agency, Sidewalker Daily, we design media kits for A-list celebrities, for everyday people that are building out their media kits. So I've seen probably thousands, I've received hundreds, and the advice I'm going to give you today is the first thing that always comes to mind is first impressions. First impression. Some of the most beautiful media kits I've seen are from people with no experience, but it still has me wanting to look inside the media kit, read it, because it's so visual, right? So when you use this analogy of a media kit being a resume, you have to realize you're a creator. This isn't some boring resume full of text, corporate resume. You get to be creative with your resume. You get to add your content, examples, right? You get to show what you do. And you need content, right? If you're gonna be out there pitching, creating content, that's your experience. That's what you're pitching. That is what you're saying that you can do for brands, is recreate that for them. So even though you don't have brand experience, it doesn't mean you don't have experience in the field of social media, creating content for your brands. Now, if you are a creator that wants to pitch actively and is ready to start sending out those pitch emails or ready to start putting yourself out there more, come to my next free live training. I'm going to show you a media kit before and after. I'm going to read some pitch emails out loud. I'm going to show you mistakes to avoid and how to put yourself out there so brands respond. You're going to love the training. It gets tons of positive reviews. So make sure you sign up with the link below. Now, when you're putting your media kit together, the first thing I want you guys to consider, if you don't have experience, is to show your content first. So when you are making your media kit, the first thing is making sure it's very nicely branded and very visual. Like, don't say you have a blog, show your blog. Don't say you can make TikToks, show your TikToks. Don't say you're a YouTuber, show your YouTubes. Does that make sense? Also, think about what the resume is like. Would you put a bad job experience on your resume? No. So if you have, 30 followers on Twitter, don't include it, right? You don't need to include stuff that's gonna hurt you. This is your first impression. The same goes with your about page. Now, media kits need to have an about page, but if you're like an administrative assistant, for example, at a marketing agency, they don't need to know that. The brand does not care if you have a full-time job or if you're a marketing assistant. Think about it from their perspective, right? Like, they don't want to pay someone that is working somewhere else. You need to make your about more about what can you provide for your brand client, not necessarily about what you do for a living. Again, if it's not related to the field that you're pitching in. You want your media kit to help you shine. So put things that are going to help you shine. If you're an influencer, use your metrics to help you shine. Show the metrics that the brand doesn't have access to help you shine. If you're a content creator, show the content that you think is going to get their attention and get them excited about working with you. Now, if you are an influencer or a creator just starting out or super experienced, go ahead and like this video so that we know to keep making videos like this for you guys on our channel. We want to keep providing value. So go ahead and like it to let us know that you want more videos about media kits and about pitching to brands. One thing that you also have to remember in your pitching efforts as someone who may not have experience, if you're reaching out to a brand and they have no idea who you are, that document needs to make it very clear very clear what it is that you can provide for them. So that is why I always say, like, don't worry about your brand side experience, make it more visual and full of your content so that they know what to expect. Another thing that you may want to consider as someone who's just starting out is to understand that you can have different types of media kits. If you're pitching travel, you can have a travel media kit. If you're pitching fashion, you can have a fashion media kit. Why do I say this? Again, it's about first impressions. So within the first 10 seconds of them opening it, they're able to get a sense of, oh, this creator is in our niche, or they can make content in our niche. We should investigate and see if we can work with them. You want them to have that aha moment. Another thing you're gonna wanna consider as someone who maybe doesn't have experience, people tend to like overtype and write a lot to like compensate. Remember, we're all skimmers, right? No one is sitting here reading size 10 font, big blocks of paragraph. Instead of having a lot of paragraphs and many words, make it more easy to read, bigger font, and really focusing in on what it is that you can provide your clients. Also, if you don't have any sort of experience in terms of brand side experience, you may feel like, well, I don't have any testimonials. I can't show what I'm able to produce, or maybe I can't create a case study to put inside my media kit because I don't have any case studies. Yes, you can. You can put your own testimonials from your community. But, I've had creators create media kits that have a whole slide showing positive things our community has said about them. Like, oh my God, I just booked this trip because of you, or I just bought this lip gloss because of you. You've changed my life. You can include this type of stuff, again, to add credibility and to give you that experience within your own audience. Same thing goes for case studies. If you're building out a case study and you're like, but I don't have brand experience, well, put a case study of something that you've done for your page to show, again, what you can do for them potentially. If you are a creator that is in pitch mode, wants to build a media kit, wants to see inside real media kits, come to my next free live training. We're gonna talk about media kits. I'm gonna show you before and after. We're gonna get visual and you can learn through example. Join me, it's live, it's free, it's fun. People love them. I'll include the link below. Now, one thing I also do just wanna briefly mention, if you have a media kit and you're like, Ina, could you just look at it before I hit send? Could you just give it a glance? I'm happy to do that for you guys. I do media kit audits all the time. I can literally, either me or my business partner who designs all the media kits here at Sidewalker Daily, we can go in and give you feedback on your media kit, tell you what you're missing, telling what you need to add to it. So I'm happy to get in the trenches with you. If you're interested in that, you can go ahead and book a media kit review. That's something that we do here at Sidewalker. We love media kits. We've seen so many, and I know within a few quick seconds, we could change the game for you and your pitching. All right, guys, so I hope that this video has told you that no matter what, even if you're just getting started or you've been doing this for a while but don't have experience, it is not a reason to stop you from making your media kit. You need one. It's 2024. It's your resume. You need it to get paid. It's the one tool that is going to help you get paid, unlike any other tool. Just this creator from our community made over $10,000. $10,000, not getting paid before, just making changes to her media kit using our Pitching to Brands Master course. We have tons of testimonials of creators who have said, oh my God, Nina, the media kit has changed the game for me. It's finally helping me land paid brand deals. So remember, this is a sales document. Your media kit is a sales tool. It's meant to help you make money as a creator. And if you need help, we're here to help you guys. All right, see you guys in the next video.